All right, we just started our trek. We've got Deborah here from the UK and our local Nepal guide, Gobin. So we're just starting and we'll see how the day goes, but right now it's a beautiful sunny day. These treks are just brutal because there's no shade, so all the sun. Should have worn shorts. We've been going up these stairs for quite some time, and there's only been one road that kind of came up here so far that I've seen, so the people that live here, they have to do a lot of walking up and down the hill, especially like the kids have to go all the way to the valley for school. Well, from this point in the video, we still had 6 more hours of hiking for the day, so I want to try to like condense it and make the video a little bit shorter for you, because I think the more interesting views are coming up the next day, so we'll get to that as soon as we can. But essentially, you know, we're going uphill for the entire day. Views of the canyon, which are okay, and we're passing through some little towns and villages, or maybe just the occasional tea house or restaurant that's along the way. And then the final 3 hours of the hike were kind of more foresty once we got out of the canyon, so more greenery in the trees. Kind of reminded me of Washington State a little bit with all the moss and the vegetation. So there's a little bit of variety. But let's just jump ahead to kind of the end of the day when we get to the town that we're going to stay in for the night. So that's Poon Hill, where we're going to go tomorrow to watch the sunrise. So we're getting close. We just have to go to that place up on the hill there. Dear diary, this is the first time in Nepal that I felt cold. It's been so warm until we're finally in the mountains. So that's a good solid 8 hours or so of trekking. We're at the hotel. I don't know what to expect here, probably just basic amenities, but we'll see. Well, it's not a bad room, but it is freezing in here. There's no heater. So I guess the coat that I rented is gonna keep me warm tonight. I can't wait to just get under the blankets, but we gotta have dinner first. Okay, so it's not a bad room. Nice bed, nice bathroom, except the fact that there is no hot water nor heater in the room, so everything is cold. That's why I'm bundled up, and this is probably how I'm gonna sleep tonight. Now, I did rinse my feet off, and now my feet are freezing, so I'm just gonna lay in bed for a little while to warm up. Well, unfortunately, I slept terribly. I woke up every 30 minutes, so I feel horrible. But it's 5 a.m., and our plan is to walk up the mountain in the dark to see the sunrise. So let's go do that.
Biggest trick is Dhaulagiri.
Well, Ghorepani is a cool little town, but I don't think I'd like to live here. Maybe during the summertime. It's a bit cold right now. So you can drive up here, or you can trek like we did. Either way, it takes about the same amount of time. The roads are a bit rough and bumpy, so if you take the bus, you don't have to walk, but it's gonna be a rough ride. Well, I've learned that I brought too much stuff in my bag. Didn't have to bring all that stuff. It's a problem I face all the time, over prepping. Number two, if you want somebody to carry your bags, you can hire a porter. They'll transport your bags for you, so it's a good option on the longer treks. I think I'll survive today, but on the longer ones, it's a good option. Well, today's trail is a lot more interesting than yesterday's trail was. You get the periodic mountain views.
Yesterday wasn't good.
No. Good exercise, but not a very interesting trek.
The subject and mountain.
Yeah, yesterday's hike was miserable. No good views, more challenging. This one is better today. Good views. Still a challenge, but not as hard. Whew, I'm tired. Whew. Looks like a nice spot to take a break right up here. So this little town here, that's where we stayed last night, and then Poon Hill at the top there. So we're about at the same elevation right now, but it's been a hell of a morning because it's only 10:30 in the morning, so we still have a long day ahead of us. Well, unfortunately, the clouds are really coming in, so not only are the views going to be blocked, but I think it's going to get colder. I knew it was getting colder, but I didn't expect to find snow anywhere on this trail. And what city is this? It's a huge bag. It's crazy. We reached civilization again. We've been walking for a while, so lunchtime. All right, we're back on the trail again. Civilization again. It's not a small little village. It's kind of larger than I expected, but it looks like we're just going through it. Okay, maybe we're staying here. I guess we'll see. We're just along for the ride. Govin's the expert.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, buddy. All right, so we've got a light and 2 beds. No phone charger, no bathroom, but it feels warmer than the last one. Keeping the zombies out. Oh, sorry, keeping the Yetis out. All right, it's the morning on day 3, so we're gonna start the descent down the hill. Should be an easy day today, just downhill, but about 5 hours of trekking. And good news is I slept last night, just a little bit, but better than none. Unfortunately, it's a little bit cloudy, but you can see that the views of the mountain would be good on a clear day. Maybe if we wait long enough, the clouds will burn off and we'll get some good views. So Ghorepani over here is where we stayed the first night. That's where we stayed last night. Ultimately, we're going back to Pokhara, but we're going by car, so I don't know where we're getting picked up. And Kane and Dampus, that's where I went on my one-day trek. So I've explored quite a bit of that area. So we just went through Ghandruk, which is a nice little city. I guess it's the first real city we've seen in 3 days since we started this whole trip. Some buses right here. I don't know if we're getting on the bus right now or gonna keep walking further, but we'll find out soon. Now, it would be a really nice view here if it wasn't so cloudy, so I guess we're lucky we did Poon Hill yesterday, but it's a beautiful place to live if you got the right weather. Namaste! Okay, we're all done. Could have gone a little bit longer, but honestly, it's nice to drop the bags and be finished with it. It was a good adventure while it lasted, but you know, you get kind of tired. Oh, namaste. All right, so let's reflect back on this. It was definitely fun. It was a good experience. We got lucky with the weather because, as you know, my time in Nepal has been plagued by cloudiness and the inability to see the mountains. So it was nice to be actually able to see everything on Poon Hill, and you can see the next day was cloudy, so the timing was perfect. However, I didn't feel the need to go there at sunrise. I guess if you like sunrises or sunsets, then you should do it, but for me, I don't really care either way. I think the view would also be amazing during the middle of the day. That would kind of change your timeline, though, for the rest of the trek. But I didn't really feel like the sunrise did anything special for me. And if anything, it just made it more crowded at the top because there's a lot of other people trying to do the same thing. And that kind of leads me to the point where it's a very crowded, it's a very popular trail. There's a lot of people that like to do it. So if you would rather have like more nature and less people, you can look at doing some other routes because this one is like one of the most popular. So there's a lot of people. If you're surrounded by too many of them, you know, you can hear them playing their music and doing their TikTok dances and all that annoying shit. So it might not be the nature hike that you want it to be. And again, for me, this is like kind of the off season. It's not the most popular time of year. So you can imagine if you were here during the high season, there'd be even more people. So just be aware of that. But yeah, definitely a cool experience. I really enjoyed getting out there. I'm glad the weather worked out. So it was cool. And this is probably gonna be my last adventure in Nepal. I might make another video based on like my summary of my whole time here, but I don't think I have time to do anything else. So I hope you enjoyed watching and I'll catch you next time.